Hello and welcome. Today we've got an electric vehicle for a review. It is a new Tigor EV. It beckons a completely new culture where we are so much used to driving conventional IC engine vehicles, and here is a vehicle that does not make any noise. So here is a vehicle which climbs up the generation of electric vehicle technology. It is a plug-in pure electric vehicle with an ARAI certified range of 306 km. The Tigor EV sedan is based on the conventional Tigor, which is a compact sedan, and there is a category of compact sedan which is unique, almost unique to Indian market. The Tigor compact sedan was launched in 2017, and now the electric version of this vehicle has come out in the market. You can imagine the generation gap or the generation swing that has happened from an IC engine to an electric vehicle architecture. Inside this vehicle is the Tata's proprietary Ziptron architecture, which makes use of the best technology that is available at this moment in time. It is available in 3 trim levels, and the starting cost for the best trim level is 12 lakhs. You add subsidy. There's a lot of policy revision for EVs that is happening in various states. You add the subsidy to it, and there could be a substantial drop in that initial acquisition cost, which starts at 12 lakhs. But then there's a lot to gain when you actually operate it or actually run it. The charging at home takes about 7 to 8 hours of overnight charging. When you start operating it, you don't have high fuel prices to be tackled. You don't have, there's a lot less maintenance. Those regular oil changes or those worries about whether the cooling system is working. Yes, the battery pack is water cooled as part of the IP67 protocol. This, in terms of connectivity, is another area where technologically this compact sedan scores. It has about 30 plus connected features. You can do geofencing, you can do tracking, you can remotely control your vehicle.
Now let us take this Tigor EV for a drive and see how it performs out on the roads.
We are on the Palm Beach Road, and the new Tigor EV is a big cultural change. There's more of road noise that I can hear than that of an engine or something, because there's no engine. There's only the battery pack, the motor, and the electric circuitry. This is a pure battery electric, a plug-in battery electric. So all I have is a lot of electronics, a lot of digitalization here out there. You can look at the completely digital dashboard. It is showing me a range of 245 km as of now where I can travel. The charge is about 96%, and I'm doing about 44 km per hour. It's a huge change. It's a huge change. I mean, from driving conventional fossil fuel vehicles to this, it's a big change. And I can see a new age of vehicles arriving with this, where electrification is happening at a high pace and at a big rate around the world, and India is latching onto it. It is interesting. If you see the vehicles out there and the electric amidst that, it is indeed a change. There's no clutch. There's just there's a knob here with a set of instructions where one is neutral, one is drive. There's a sports mode and there's a reverse mode. Well, I have to put it in drive and just get going. No hassles, no pain of pressing and depressing the clutch every now and then. There's just nothing, and a silent ride. The Tigor EV is about technology, comfort and safety. So the comfort part is what I am experiencing at this moment in time, and the beautiful communicative interface, the dashboard of this vehicle. When I increase the speed, you can see those rays going up and coming down, climbing up and down. So they give me an idea of a bit of an RPM meter that would be there in a conventional vehicle. Here it is not. There's no engine, as I said. So it's rising just to show perhaps the consumption. Okay, the consumption's rising, it's going down. It's in the eco mode because we're here to experience this vehicle, to feel what an electric is like. The beautiful part of it, I push the pedal and it accelerates, it catches momentum. It's because in an electric vehicle where you have a high density lithium-ion battery powering it and a continuous synchronous motor helping the vehicle move ahead, the torque is instantaneous. The torque is available right at the tap and right at the push of the pedal. It doesn't need for the turbocharger to kick in or for the RPM to climb closer to 2000 RPM, for the turbo to cut in and for the engine also to come in to get on the boil. There's nothing of that sort. It's like, okay, I push the pedal and here it goes. It feels like there's a turbo attached right from the start. So it's a completely different experience. You consider the chaotic traffic in India and the way things move. Safety is becoming an important factor. The Tigor EV that I'm driving and that I'm piloting at this moment is rated at 4 stars NCAP in terms of safety. When we started in the morning, the battery was about 99% charged. It showed a range of 251 kilometers. And now that we've traveled a certain amount of distance, it has dropped down to a certain extent. It has come to about 90% of the charge. But it is still there, and we have been running it with AC because here in Navi Mumbai, the air is quite humid. We've been using it in the eco range, but you need an AC at the end of the day. Tigor EV brings you accessibility to the electric vehicle domain, which in itself is a good starting point. If you would be confident enough to transition from a conventional vehicle to an electric vehicle, well, charging infrastructure is gearing up. Here in Navi Mumbai that we are at this moment, there are about 3 charging stations that Tata Motors has already mapped for us. One at Turbe, one at Nerul and another closer to Panvel. So that assurance is there, though we may not need it. As I said, the battery is still about 90% or a little here and there. And we would have traveled from, say, Vashi to Kharghar with the AC on and doing our shoots on the way with a lot of stops and goes thrown in. And it's still been a wonderful experience in terms of refinement, in terms of drivability, in terms of ease of driving, and in terms of confidence about being at the helm of an electric vehicle.